She tried to force her husband to accept a shocking betrayal, but the reaction didn't go as she expected. This one takes a wild turn you won't believe.
My 16-year-old just found out that his dad isn't his real dad anymore because of my bitter-ass sister. She claims it's for his own good, but in what way is that for his own good? When I found out I was pregnant with my son, I made the logical choice to pick the father that made the most money. His real dad was working at McDonald's for like $8.25 an hour. I don't want that as a man.
She says it as if she's the one who's right, ignoring the consequences of her infidelity, hiding the truth from both her son, his real dad, and the other guy. She affected 3 people at the same time.
He was just one of my and that was that. And I got pregnant, and so I picked the richer dad. And although the richer dad didn't take care of him and hasn't been around, he does pay child support, and he pays a lot, and it pays for a majority of my rent. Well, my sister never liked that, and I finally let her have my son thinking I could trust the and she tells my son and confides in him that his dad isn't his real dad. And now he went and found his real dad behind my back with my sister. And they are all trying to fight and get my son taken away from me. My son doesn't want to live in my house. We haven't talked in 3 days. I think it's the most miserable thing a person can ever do.
Wow. Being angry you were caught instead of what you did is insane and shows that she might never learn the lesson.
Is ruin some shit that I picked the right choice. I have now who's going to pay my bills now, because now they also told that the guy that's been on child support all these years, and he's trying to come after me and sue me for all the money he's been paying. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I didn't do anything wrong here.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
The sister did the right thing. I respect her for revealing the truth, even if it's against her sibling. Casually admitting that she committed paternity fraud. I hope this serves as evidence in court.
Hey, look what I just got. Long time coming. I'm on run. You know what? Let me open it with you guys. Pay to the order of Nikki Oviedo. Thank you, bitch. For my son. Kyrie, what do you want? Kyrie, what do you want to go buy? You want to go buy your Luigi costume? Say thanks, Dad. About time you start doing some bum. I will never be that piece. Thank you for finally doing some for your son. Round of applause, round of applause. Yeah, let me go ahead and endorse. Thank you. Hello? Yeah, I want to deposit a check. A child support check. I just gotta let these It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful day to receive child support.
This excitement is genuinely concerning. She doesn't see it as just a means to get her son money, but as a game of trying to make her ex reach his lowest.
Oh my God, this is gonna be my jokey joke for the longest. You thought I had jokes before? You ain't seen nothing yet. You know, I wouldn't be me if I didn't have a White Claw to this. So, cheers. If you ever could take any advice from me, put your baby down on child support. Cheers. Oh my God. Look at this that says. Oh my God.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
It's easy to forget that men are human beings who can reach their lowest sometimes.
Why is it if a woman can't pay for her baby, she gets government assistance, but if a man can't pay for his baby, he goes to jail?
Men should get some assistance too. Now, don't get me wrong, as a man, we should be able to provide and things like that, but things happen out of people's control sometimes. So yes, a man should be able to. I agree.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because the woman had to have the whole baby out of her, we both made the decision to have. Why shouldn't we both take care of it? Or if she wants to keep it, then I guess that is her problem. But if they both agreed and then you want to dump after, I think you deserve the child support.
as far as I know, I think that if a man doesn't have a job, then he can't be on child support. They only can take away some of what you have. So he can't afford it. He just chooses not to pay it. Then that's when you go to jail, right?
Man is the one who abandons, the household. That's what the numbers say. So in majority of cases, it's the woman taking care of the kids.
But if that happens, no one gives us a break. I'd hate to think it was one of the two, but yet again, you can't trust anyone nowadays.
I don't understand how men are going to get mad at me when I say I want a man with money. Like, don't you want a pretty girl? It's literally the same thing. Also, if you had money, you wouldn't be hating, so thanks for exposing yourself.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
They had 4 children, and they got divorced, got separated, and he said, I want to see the children. And she said, no, I'm not going to let you. So we went to court. So she turned around to the judge and went, they're not his children. Nobody believed her. Did the DNA test. We got the results. But one was his. 4 children between the ages of 2 to 12.
It's an evil world we live in.
So I sat him down, took him to the conference room, and I said, listen, children are not yours. He was like, what do you mean? I said, all 4 children are not yours. They're not your biological children. But he goes, I'm a little bit more disturbed about my eldest child. And I said, why is that? He said, well, when we got married in Pakistan, and she stayed there for about 3 months, 3-4 months, just in the house, in the compound. And that's where she got pregnant, in Pakistan. But he goes, the only other people who were in that house was my brother and my dad.
I don't like where this is going.
I wonder how women who cheat on a good man can sleep at night.
So I said to him, I think you're going to be having some very awkward conversations with your dad and your brother, basically. And so not 1 out of 4 children. The eldest one, who's not his, is either his nephew or his stepbrother. You got to work out the relationship. Yeah, so it's either his stepbrother or it's his nephew. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
She belongs to the street.
They create a situation with no solutions and blame you for any outcome you get.
And a lot of the women that come to my platform want high value, high earning, masculine men. You cannot be a number one. You cannot dress a certain way. That's another thing. Women try to say, oh, he's controlling me because he doesn't want me to wear XYZ. No, you should respect that man enough not to put him in danger, realistically speaking, because if you're too another man steps you, what now he's gotta say something, and if he doesn't say something, now he's not a man. You don't want no high value masculine man because now you're putting him in danger, and that's the problem. Girls are twisted out here. It's delusion. It's giving delusion.
The Lululemon.
Yes.
I'm with you.
You're goddamn right. Just because you chose a man that abandoned the family doesn't mean you can go out hating every single man out there.
Earlier today, you know how they have like the Big Brother program for like, your kids can have siblings? They need to do that with good men who want to be a dad to somebody. So that way there's a program to where take my kids who don't have a father, and I'm damn sure not going to attempt to get one because I cannot stand men in general. They make me want to throw my skin crawl. But that way my kids would be able to go to a place to experience what it's like to have a dad. You know what I mean? Like, think of that. Cause someone come up with that.
Stop it. Get some help.
And if the father doesn't want to step up, what makes her think strangers would?
Y'all, I like the mail. Where's that? Y'all, it came. The mother. Look. The mother. I'll support checks. Okay. About time. I've been waiting. We're gonna open this together, okay?
Let's get straight to it.
I've been waiting. Buy my baby some shoes. We about to go shopping. Okay. Let's see what they gave. See what they gave my son. Oh. Okay. Okay, baby daddy. Come through. Y'all wanna see? Okay, hold on. Can y'all see?
In case you guys haven't seen clearly, it says 84 cents, not even a single dollar. And she did all that jumping for a couple of pennies.
Depends on how many kids you have. I can't date a man with 3 or 4 different baby mamas.
Okay.
I cannot. It's too much.
What about if the other way around?
If I had 3 or 4 baby daddies,
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect to. I don't know.
because it's perceived.
It is, but I wouldn't expect a man to be like, oh, if you dating me, you gotta like. I mean, of course he gotta deal with my kids. He's gotta take care of my kids too. But it's like I wouldn't put that on you. It have to be something that you want, and that's what it comes down to, all about knowing what you want.
It's crazy. No one would voluntarily want that kind of responsibility. Trust me.
50-50. Helping my man pay bills. Why would I help my man pay bills when he could just go broke and pay them all himself, and I could be the princess and save all my money? That's how crazy y'all be sounding. Baby, do what works for your household. Do not let the internet trick you into thinking you're wrong for helping your man while y'all build and y'all save. The internet will have you out here single, bitter, and confused, trying to live up to rules that don't even apply to your life. If y'all are a team and y'all are working towards something bigger together, why not help each other out? What's wrong with carrying the load together? That's partnership. And truth be told, when y'all got it, it's not even a conversation, because at the end of the day, everything gonna get paid. Everything gonna be done. The house gonna be taken care of.
It's true. Hardships are temporary. But if they help one another, they will never forget it.
So stop letting strangers dictate your relationship. They don't pay your bills. They don't live in your house. And they're not in your bed. If it works for y'all, that's all that matters. Help each other out. Be a team.
That's what I'm talking about.
Be considerate. When you love a person, you consider them. It's very inconsiderate to make somebody just pay everything and just be drained dry when you know you can help. Come on now.
Do you know what today is? It's my child support day. Hey, I got a check. Hey, we got the money. Hey, we got the money. Hey. Okay, period. Now let's get into it. You already know the gold diggers is out for the weekend.
We all know that money might be spent on nails and hair, sadly.
Let's see what we can get into. I'm feeling rich. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling like this child support check is mine.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it. $11.54. Now, you already know the vibes. The judges say we will be back on Monday.
All of this for $11 is insanity.
With what we did with the money over the weekend. She's too excited.
A man pays for child support and then later finds out the child isn't his, even though he signed the birth certificate.
Listen here, brother. You asking a totally wrong question. The real question is, how are you paying me back? Because I want all my money back. I want every last cent, every dime. You need to garnish her wages, just like they do to men when they don't pay. Garnish her wages to make sure I get every red cent back. Matter of fact, take that shirt off that baby. I bought that shirt. I want that shirt back.
You're goddamn right. That's exactly the right mindset to have.
I'm only attracted to wealthy, generous men who provide for me. That's all I've ever dated in my entire life. It's all I ever would. I'd rather be single than split bills.
What are you bringing to the table besides your body to these men who are taking care of you?
You'd have to ask them.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. They're the ones who want to date me.
So from your perspective, what do you bring?
Me.
It's good to have confidence, but this is just too much.
So what does that mean?
I mean, you'd have to ask someone who loves me why they love me. I'm not a mind reader.
No, I'm not asking you to be a mind reader. I'm just asking, you are on the other end of this relationship. I assume you know what you bring to the table of the relationship, right?
Somebody loves me, and I love them, then I keep dating them. I don't really worry about the why.
So you don't know what you bring to the table?
I don't really give it that much consideration.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
We tried to look for someone who agreed with what she said, but we couldn't.
Okay, the guy that found out the 3 kids he had with his wife are not actually his kids. They're actually the children of his family members. And he tried to unalive her. I am not justifying trying to unalive anybody, but now he's going to jail. This is why mandatory DNA tests should be at birth, to prevent people from crashing out like this. Because, like, imagine these kids you thought were yours aren't yours. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's justified in what he's doing, but dang.
I, under no circumstance, agree with what he tried to do. But what she did was what triggered this series of events.
I'm tired of being hated. Not all men. Don't let me into that.
And here we have an adult. Adulting.
Tired of being hated. Women have been hated since the beginning of time.
Oh, so that's the excuse, is it? Since, according to some, women have been hated since the beginning of time, it would naturally make sense for some women to decide to hate all men in return and somehow balance the scales by using hate. Bearing in mind, of course, that there are so many men out there that have never done a thing wrong to a woman in their lives.
But those same men would still be judged for being too nice.
And also take into consideration that the number of good men out there vastly outnumber the bad. But yes, of course, let's lump all men together because that makes the most rational sense.
3 miles down, 3 more to go.
Oh, excuse me.
Ew, not interested.
Stepped in dog.
Still got it.
Listen, I date men that are worth over $50 million, which means that if you think asking for a black car being sent to you by just a regular person is like not achievable, you need to raise your standards. I ask them sometimes on the first date, but definitely by the second date, to give me a gift. Now, I'm not going to tell them what to gift me because I want to see how generous they are.
The only gift needed here is some humbling.
But they are not allowed to get me flowers because I already get myself flowers every week. Like, I don't need flowers, please.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, who's gonna tell her? Look, if this is your idea of dating standards, I guess that's fine. But if you want standards that a wife should have for her future husband, you should probably talk about things other than money. You should probably consider how he treats you and how he speaks to you, how he thinks, what do you have in common, what are his interests? Is this somebody that you could be friends with, that you would want to hang out with? Does he make you feel like you're the most beautiful woman in the room? Does he give you all of his attention? Do you almost effortlessly want to reciprocate that? That is what women need to hear. That is what men want. That is what men that want to be husbands want. That is what wives should want to be. And I can say that now. I'm a wife.
She made it clear that her only priorities are money, and that's good enough for us to leave.
Double standard in child support is that men that don't pay are looking at jail time, possible unemployment, their license being taken away, tax return interception, they could be liable, there could be a lien on their assets. Meanwhile, there's little to no consequence to the women that don't pay child support. But get this, the women could also request to have her attorney's fees paid by him. So he's paying for both attorney's fees for a custody battle that he shouldn't have to fight in the first place. So the only goal of these women is to drain them dry until they are bleeding.
That's why many men don't go to get back their money, fearing to lose more and more.
And then when these men either get a promotion or a better paying job or have to get 3 jobs, which takes away from either their parenting time or just to maintain their own standard of living, they're going to be considered a deadbeat or they're not doing enough. And if that same man has to downsize because he can no longer even afford his own standard of living, it's considered not suitable for the children. Even though he has a place and a roof over their head, mom is going to complain that the kids don't have their own bedroom as if it has nothing to do with the amount of child support that he's paying. And the absolute best part about this is that these dads are devastated and that they will spend their entire life savings fighting a battle that they shouldn't have to fight, while mom is sitting on the internet playing victim, claiming that she's an independent, badass. She's getting welfare, government assistance, living off his supplemental income by child support.
While on the other hand, everyone thinks the guy is the bad guy.
I feel like it's very controversial when be like, oh, I don't go 50-50, but it's like, all right. So if you and your man make the same amount of money, right? But only your man is the one that paying all the bills. how you ever gonna save up to like buy a house or buy a business? Because he's never gonna be able to afford to. So it's like certain things is like a joint thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a work together. But I just be feeling like sometimes people, like the internet really be having people like real reality. So it's like, all right, so your mom and dad used to work every single day, right? So your mom and dad used to work every single day so your mom could save her money and what, buy purses and your dad just pay all the bills. That's not how it works. It's either your mom was in the house cooking and cleaning every day, your dad was working, or they was both working to pay both the bills. Like y'all be acting like y'all don't know what it's like no more. Like, come on.
Exactly. While they might see helping him as bad, that's not the reality. It will do them both good. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.